Hi, my name is Lisa. I am the dermal therapist for Skin Store, and I also do the product recommendations. I did my 4-year training program at Isaac Gardens Academy in Stellenbosch, and I of course love everything skincare related. All of the products mentioned in this video will be available on our website at www.skinstore.co.za. So in a previous video, I spoke about how to prevent pigmentation and also what causes pigmentation. So things like the sun and of course not wearing your SPF. And then there's also some hormonal changes, trauma to the skin, hereditary influence. And in this video, I'm going to be specifically focusing on how to improve pigmentation and even out the skin tone by using the Mela B3 system from La Roche-Posay. So the cleanser, the moisturizer, and the serum. Something that all three of these products have in common is a patented ingredient called Melasil. And Melasil was specifically developed by L'Oreal to help improve hyperpigmentation. So what Melasil does is it works together with niacinamide in these products to help intercept melanin before it can form pigmentation. The system also contains retinol palmitate, which is a type of vitamin A, so there are also some anti-aging benefits to these products. And then of course what it essentially does is it increases cellular turnover of the skin, and as we age, cellular turnover unfortunately decreases, so we need something to help speed it up. Starting off with the cleanser, La Roche-Posay Mela B3 Micro Peeling Gel Cleanser. It contains niacinamide, PHA, among some other ingredients. So the niacinamide, of course, helps to maintain the skin's barrier, and we need a well-functioning barrier if we want to have healthy skin. And then, of course, the PHA is gently exfoliating, which helps with the product penetration of our other products. Next up, we have the La Roche-Posay Mela B3 Serum. This is our treatment-focused product. And then this, of course, contains Melasil, which is a tyrosinase inhibitor. So it helps to intercept melanin before it can produce pigmentation in the skin. So it literally derails the whole pigmentation process. Mela B3 also contains niacinamide, which we have established. It's vital in maintaining the barrier of the skin, the functioning of the barrier. And then, of course, it can help to fade existing dark marks as well. And then just another amazing fact on top of this really great product is that it contains retinol palmitate, which we know by now is a type of vitamin A, which can help to increase turnover rate of the skin and help with a dull skin appearance because it helps to remove that dead layer of skin on the surface of your skin. And then of course it contains hyaluronic acid, which is very hydrating for the skin, and it can also help to plump up this little fine dehydration lines. And then for the last step, or second last step, but for the last step in your routine, this would be the Mela B3 SPF 30. So the La Roche-Posay Anthelios UV-Immune 400 SPF 50 anti-dark spot fluid would be your fourth and final step. If you want to include additional SPF into your routine, it also contains Melasil. So as I have mentioned, that blocks the enzyme tyrosinase, so it stops pigmentation production right there in its tracks. However, the SPF 30 is also more than enough to use. It is very effective, but this is just an additional SPF that you can use. It also contains Melasil. This can also be added into any other one of your routines if you're not specifically focused on pigmentation, but you do have some pigmentary concerns. Now you might be thinking, should I really use all of these products? Do I really need all of these products to get to my goal of fading pigmentation, preventing new pigmentation? And the answer is yes, you do, because they work synergistically together. This is a layered system, and that is what makes it so potent against pigmentation. And C12 serum can also be used during pregnancy. It can be used to help even out the skin tone and reduce pigmentation, but of course, please consult your doctor first before using it when you are pregnant or breastfeeding. With that, please then also remember that you will not get anywhere with preventing or improving pigmentation if you are not using an SPF every single day. Always check the ingredient list before buying products. There might be something that you are allergic to or something that your skin might be hypersensitive to. And then just keep in mind that when you start using new products, it can take a while for you to see a difference. It can take anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, and then it can also take a little bit longer, especially with pigmentation. It is quite a stubborn skin condition. Then just a little recap. So you would start with the La Roche-Posay Mela B3 cleanser. Next up, you would do the La Roche-Posay Mela B3 serum. And then lastly, you would finish off with the Mela B3 SPF 30. Or additionally, you can also add the anti-dark spot SPF. And then remember to comment your favorite product down below.